Welcome back to Sub-Zero Hero, and let's be honest, not many of us were expecting this episode, were we? In this FM21 adventure, we've reached the end of Season 7, and we've taken the season into a playoff. We've got a tough game today. We've got to take on the team that finished third in the league. But if we can beat them, we'll be into a divisional playoff final. Well, it wouldn't be the playoffs without a little bit of a selection crisis, and the FM gods have given us one. After picking up bookings in the last game, 2 of our midfield are unavailable for this afternoon's game, including the Jonas brother, Mr. Hartvigsson, probably along with Gersa, our most important player in the side, and he's going to be unavailable. Look how well he's developing, by the way. 19 years old now. His first touch, determination, natural fitness, balance, pace, acceleration, dribbling. They're all looking like they're ready for the Premier Division. I don't know whether he'll be able to fulfill that dream with us. If we're going to make any progress on that little journey today, we're going to do it without him. The player we're going to bring in for him is Hugo Riding. I'm not sure you've seen him before. He's come on for 12 sub-appearances this season now. He's a good all-rounder, but he doesn't excel in any particular area. He's a 6'3", left-footed wide player. 6'3" and strength of 6, by the way. His crossing's reasonable, passing's reasonable. Teamwork and work rate are decent. Physically, he's okay, although his pace is not great for a winger. But he's going to be the player that gets the nod for us today, and we're going to have to make a change in midfield as well. That one's a little bit easier to make. Doosan Dibson trains amazingly, but his average rating this year is a disappointing 6.55. His form has not been great. He got a 6.4 in the last game. And Ole Christian Jensen came on and scored a tap-in after a set piece, so he is a good replacement for him today. By the way, we're having more success. His determination has gone up 2 points this season, and importantly, so's his professionalism behind the scenes, and he's training pretty well. His passing's up to an 11 now, so he is a decent option for us in the midfield. We've got to sort the bench out now, and we've got to sort out Riding being a left winger rather than an inverted winger. We'll make those little changes, and then we're going to see you out there for what could be the defining game in this save. And we're underway then. Funny little quirk in the Norwegian playoffs. It takes you from 7 subs that you've had all season down to 5, so we've not got as much on the bench, to be honest. We were struggling to fill a bench of 7 with all the injuries and suspensions we've got. So it might not be a loss. We're into the highlights, and HamKam have got a free kick already. We've robbed it from them though, have we? No. We've given possession away a bit needlessly as well. Now we've got to do all the work of winning it back once more. It's back with their keeper. We've got a header on it, and little Chrissy Nuts is through. He's not a great finisher, and he's dragged his effort wide, but encouraging start. I'm going to be brutally honest, I'm not expecting miracles against HamKam. They were very close to sealing an automatic promotion place. And in fact, on the last day of the season, they could have got one if results had turned out differently. So they are a strong old team, and I don't think we scored against them in our 2 games during the regular season, and in one of those games they beat us 3-0. So this is going to be a tough one, but Riding is through, and he's got little Chrissy Nuts in again. And Chrissy's had another go, and he's hit the feet of the keeper this time. 2 one-on-one chances for Chrissy Nuts in the opening 10 minutes. Berg's on a corner now, Emper's up, and he's in, and he's headed one straight into the hands of the keeper, but this is an encouraging start. Don't like the way the highlights continuing though. Are they about to launch one over our defence? I think they are. Akinyemi's won the header. No, and maybe the corner was not the highlight we were hoping for, as they've blasted one wide. I think it's taken a deflection off Nessa. And cool, this is a bit of a frantic start to the game, isn't it? Chances for both sides. We're closing them down again. And somebody's lunged in there. Little Tony Berg's got himself a booking already. We're seeing the free kick as well. This is going close. We've got the ball away. Oh, we won it again. Here's Gersa. Out of position from the set piece. He's got Emper in. Not known for his pace. But he has rattled the side netting with that one, hasn't he? Gory struck that one like he meant it. 4 shots in the opening 15. 2 of them on target. One of those ones for nuts and probably should have got us into the lead. That is possibly one of the most pointless set pieces you will ever see played. And now we've got to win the ball back again. Maybe we'll have to just lower the tempo a little bit because we're giving the ball away at will. Nutson's in for the 3rd time. Would you say he's probably not a big match performer? I'm starting to reach that conclusion. He's had 3 one-on-one shots now. And he has missed the lot of them. I suppose you'd say he got 2 of them on target, but he's not a cool finisher, is he? You probably think if Hartvigsen had had those same 3 chances, you'd have fancied him to tuck one of them away. Now Gersa's danced through. And we are actually dominating. And when you dominate the early part of a match and don't score, well, you know that trouble's just around the corner, particularly when you're playing a good team. And it's highlight time again. We've gone wide to Kristoffersen. He's flung one in. And Chrissy Nuts has hit the back of the net this time. But would you know it? It's been disallowed. I guess he was offside. Let's have a little look at the replay. Doesn't really seem to be that much need for him to be offside there, but he is. And he lashes it home, but it's to no avail. We're at an XG of almost 1, and we've got nothing to show for it. In fact, let's just put it at the shout of encouragement, because they're playing well and doing the right things. We just need them to take one of these chances. 8 shots now, 4 on target. But we're getting towards the half-time whistle. We're into the highlights once more. The encouragement shout's gone out. What have we got? We got Knutson. He's in again, you know. He's in again. He's been tackled. Gersa's coming forward now, and well, he's placed another shot wide. I'm a bit worried about what this second half has in store for us because we've dominated that first half. We've come away against a team that finished well above us in the table. We've had a plethora of chances and a goal disallowed, and we've taken none of them. So we're going to go and have a little word with the boys. Tell them we really need them to up it further for the second half, and we'll join you back for that second period where we're going to lose 2-0. And we're underway for the second half. Good to know both the boys we brought in, Jensen and Riding, are on solid 6.5s. So neither of them have grabbed their opportunity really. And I don't feel we've really grabbed ours either. We still seem to be the team that are dominating the play though. We've sent a corner in. We've had a header that the keeper's saved. Again, that doesn't look like it's the highlight. We carry on. Nessa has decided to just walk off from his man. And that left us exposed at the back, and we needed Pedersen to tip one wide. Nessa has not been great, you know, since we sold him. I think he's going to bed every night dreaming of Rosenborg and moving to Trondheim. He's got the best part of another year to spend in Tromsø, so he needs to get his act together. We're going to demand more from our players, and we've got a highlight coming straight off the back of it as well. Kristoffersen, can he get a good ball in? He can. Oh, it counts. Brace yourselves, it counts. Gersa has come in. He's only 5'8". The amount of times he reins in with headers at that far post does all right for a little one. Riding's involved. Kristoffersen flings in that cross. Gersa gets in front of his man, and brace yourselves, people. We've got just over an hour to go, and we've managed to nudge ourselves into the lead here. I think we need to start thinking about some fresh legs and some changes, though. And we've got some poor performances. We've not got a lot out there on the bench. We're just going to go and take a look at it and see if there's anything we can do. And the answer to that question is pretty much no. I couldn't really find anything on the bench that wouldn't have weakened us significantly. We are a little bit injury ravaged. Maybe the change we might make with 10 to go is taking off Emper because his fitness isn't great, but that little man Gersa, who's given me nothing but grief for the best part of 6 seasons, you want to see how much he's chirping away in the background. But when he goes and does things like this in a big playoff game, well, you've just got to kind of leave him to it, haven't you? Look at that for a little dink. He's found the far corner. And now we're thinking about changes again. You'll see that Jensen is not playing well and his fitness is starting to go a little bit. I think for the final 10 minutes, we're going to get some fresh legs onto the pitch. Okay, these are not the best fresh legs, in all honesty. I mean, Grunfel's legs aren't even that fresh. I think he's about 33 years old. And we've also brought on Nurum Danielson for Jensen in midfield. But you know what? I think we're sailing into the next round of the playoffs because little Chrissy Knutson has finally tucked away a chance. That was probably the hardest one of the 4 he's had. And you know what? Gerser is involved again. He's beaten his man. He's gone at another one. He's got in front of him and got a cross in. And little Chrissy Nuts has volleyed home. Identical goal to the one that Hartvigsen scored in the last game. And you know what? We're actually strolling our way through the game now. And I've got to say, we've been pretty good value for it. We've got an XG of 2.75. We've played the 4-4-2 and we've scored 3 goals for the 3rd game running. And this time, well, our defence has not been breached yet, and we will say yet. This still has the whiff of a 3-3 draw, if you ask me, but we're into minute 88. They're coming at us, and they've gone over the top. Gerser's going to pick the ball up again, and what's he got this time? He's setting off on one of those little dribbles. He's off, and he's not stopping. And we got the ball to Nurum Danielson, and he has given it away, unfortunately. I did say the subs were not the best. We're getting the ball out again. Gerser is just running the show, isn't he? Now he's spreading balls to Riding, and Nuts is in again. And Nuts has got a second. We're winning 4-0. And you're scratching heads here because I think we're moving in to the division's playoff final. I think we've got another game to come, and if we win that, well, then we're going to be taking on the team that's finished 3rd bottom in the Premier Division. Goodness me. All right, well, look. 4-0 against Ham Cam is not a bad result, let me tell you. And they've only had 4 shots the entire game. And we've had, what on the face of it looks like a pretty comfortable afternoon. We are going to, what are we going to do? We're going to outstretch the arms and just say, I'm very pleased with the result in your performance. And I don't know who we're going to be playing yet. Let's have a little look. It looks like Haugesund have won on penalties against Mjøndalen. So I guess that's going to be the game that we are coming back for in our next episode. We're going to be taking on Haugesund for the opportunity to play off against a team from the Premier Division and maybe get back-to-back promotions in Sub-Zero Hero.